All right, y'all, we live. Hey, Barbara. Can you hear me, Barbara? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me, Barbara. Let me know if y'all can hear me, Barbara. Don't forget to hit that like, y'all. Hey, JJ. Hey, Doris. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Southern guy. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Lauren. Can y'all hear me, Barbara? Can y'all hear me, Claire? Let me know if y'all can hear me. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all can hear me. That's what I'm talking about. California in the house. That's what's up, Lauren. Hey, Julie. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that like button real quick. All y'all hit that like button. Hey, Southern guy. Hey, Jamie. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. How everybody doing this evening on this hump day? Hey, Scott. If y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, boom, please go do so. We're gonna switch it up tonight. We're gonna wait for some more people to get in the chat, and we're gonna switch it up tonight. We're gonna start going back into stuff that we was talking about last year. Yeah, it's midnight in the UK, huh, Claire? Glad you could make it though. Yes, you was, Barbara. You was the first one. You was the very first one. You made it this time. That's why I sent you that text to let you know 7 o'clock is when we're gonna start.
Well, you messing the internet up,
When we're
man.
gonna start.
You connecting with people all
I got
across
my
the world
own.
and shit, man. You fucking the service up, something.
I have my own.
I don't know what it is. You ain't get on the internet. Excuse me, yo, you know what I mean?
I have my own, yo. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not using no Wi-Fi. Oops. Southern guy, Bob. Okay. All right. So we're gonna switch it up. Like I said last year, we're gonna talk about Giants tonight. The return of them. Matter of fact, because we haven't talked about them in a minute. You know, we ain't talked about them since last year when we came out with the first and we came out with the second part. But we're gonna talk about Return of the Giants or Return of the Nephilim. Do y'all think that they in some type of stasis? Because some people believe that they are asleep. You know, that's what some people believe. They believe that they are asleep. Now I'm gonna ask y'all, what do y'all believe when it comes to these giants? Now you gotta think a lot of people that's in the like up in Washington states and those states over there, they talk about seeing these mountain giants, 18, 25 feet tall. That's big. That's big. Because I think because of the climate over there, that's why these creatures get so large. Now, mind you, I had an eyewitness that went to Washington State. He went elk hunting. Now, he said the first 2 days, he wasn't getting no action. I mean, nothing. He was making elk calls and all that. Nothing. Third day, dead silent. He out there. Couldn't hear nothing. So they in a tree stand. It's him and his brother. So he tells his brother, he say, man, I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta get down. I gotta, urinate. So he climbs down the tree stand. And when he climbed down the tree stand, he handled his business. And he said, as he was, fixing his pants, his clothes, he was getting ready to go back up. He said, but out of nowhere, he don't know which direction it came from, but he said a rock hit him in the back of his head, and then it hit the ground, boom. And he grabbed his head real quick, and he said his head was bleeding. So he said, what the? And he looked around, but he ain't see nothing. Now, mind you, his brother is still up in the tree stand. So his brother tell him, he say, get up here now. He say, what? He say, ain't no what, hurry up and get back up in this tree stand. So he climbs up there. He gets up in the tree stand. And his brother say, look through your scope. So he looks through the scope of his rifle. And his brother shows him where to look at. And he say when he looked through the scope of his rifle and he looking around, he say he see this large wolf type head creature. He said this thing was peeking from behind a tree. He said, but the head looked just like a wolf. Now mind you, he say when this thing walked from behind this tree, and it walked bipedal, when this thing walked from behind this tree, he said it was a branch. And he said when he got to this branch, he said this creature like bent down, like slumped down more, and went up under this branch. He said this creature came within 15 feet from their tree stand. He said that's when they noticed another rock being thrown, hitting the tree stand from the other side. One of the brothers turned around and looked. And when he turned around and looked, he see another one of these creatures. Now mind you, they got guns, they got rifles, they got ammunition, but they scared to shoot at these things because of their size. They say these things was massive. Now I'm gonna get to how big they was, because they went back out there a few days later. He said, but these creatures really didn't show a real aggression. He said, yeah, they threw rocks or whatever. He said, but they didn't come real close towards him like they wanted to attack or something like that. He said, but after they did all that, they both walked and just continued to go up this wood line. Now, mind you, a few days later, they go out there and get a height of reference. Now, the branch that I was telling you about, that one of these creatures had to walk under, they measured that branch to the ground. And the height of this branch was 14 feet. That means this thing had to stand 15 plus. That thing was huge if it was that big. But he say that branch measured 14 feet. He said they never seen no elk when they was up there or nothing. Everything went quiet, and that was their first time seeing these type creatures. And I believe when you get to that part of those states, that these creatures just get larger. They get larger and bigger. They get larger and bigger. So about these giants, what do y'all what do y'all think when it comes to these giants? Do you think they are in some kind of stasis where they sleep? Because mind you, people are seeing these large type beings. Do y'all still think they walking among us? Or do y'all think they're in some type of stasis sleep? Because I don't know, it could be both, if you ask me. It could be both. Carlito, Miss Moss, it could be both. How everybody doing? You know, it could be both when it come to that. Because people have recorded strange sounds. They have recorded like gates being open, like big iron gates. It's just it's crazy and it's weird. It's crazy and it's weird. But we know that these giants exist. That we do know. You know what, B? I believe the same thing. I believe that they walking among us too, because it's quite a few people that's coming forward talking about they see these large type beings. Yeah, I agree. I agree that they still live in the mountains and the caves. That's really been uninhabited, because it's so many places in the world, in the woods, the mountains, where man ain't even been. So it haven't been touched. You know, it just ain't been touched. Period. So who to say they not living in them mountains and caves? If nobody been up there to check or to look around, then who's to say that these caves and mountains is not being occupied by these beings? So they could be they could be up there. They could be up there. You know, and like you said, walking among us, walking among us. But let me ask y'all this: do y'all think it's just the giants that has these double rows of teeth? Because I have heard the Gugwe has it too. But do you think it was some type of deformity to make them have double rows of teeth, or this just the way that they was created? You know, it was just in their genes, just in their DNA. 30 feet tall, you right. I heard that they get so big. But do you think the double rows are genetic? Okay, you talk about the walking trees. Now, it's not literally trees that's walking by themselves. What they found out this to be is that these giants, these Bigfoot type creatures, was pulling these trees out from the root and just carrying them. And you gotta think some of these trees weigh 2,000 pounds. So just ain't no human gonna walk away with no 2,000 pound tree. It just ain't. It just ain't gonna happen. 2,000 pounds is a lot. 2,000 pounds is a lot. 2,000 pounds is a lot. Just ain't gonna walk away with it at all. It just ain't gonna, it just, it's just a regular person ain't gonna do that. B. I always thought that. I always thought that the Giants had something to do with Bigfoot and Doug, man. I always thought that. Yeah, B. The Giant of Kandahar did had double rows. That's why I say, do you think it's a genetic that they had it and Bigfoot didn't have it, but they say Gugwees have double rows. Do all of them have them? Don't know that question. But people have said they have seen a Gugwee with double rows. So that's why I said that. Okay. Yeah, 1,200 pounds. And what it was like 12 feet, 12 to 15 feet tall, six fingers, six toes. So everything was like it was extra on them. Extra finger, extra toes, extra row of teeth. Chris. Yeah, Kiss. It was scary. And you know what? All of them probably didn't have double rows of teeth. You absolutely right. That's why I say it could have been in some of them. Because all these fallen angels wasn't the same. So these giants came out when they made it with certain women. They came out to look different. Some of them could have came out with deformities. Oh, they can definitely pick up 2,000 pounds with no problem. That wouldn't be no problem for them. Absolutely, they would definitely pick that up. They would definitely pick that up with no problem. So we wouldn't even have to worry about that. 2,000 pounds wouldn't be nothing to them. They would just lift that up. That's just like we lifting up a cup. Yeah, it had, yeah, that fiery red hair. But they said the smell on this thing didn't make no sense. They said the smell was awful. You just couldn't bear it. You couldn't bear the smell of this creature. You got to think, this giant. You got to think. If it was just eating people and eating animals and all these bodies just in the cave and it's just decaying and rotten meat and flesh and blood and sinew and you would you would think you couldn't even probably go in there and take the smell. The smell, you couldn't take it. You couldn't take the smell. The smell would be overburned.
That thing broke. You hear me?
You couldn't take the smell. You couldn't take the smell because the smell would be overburned. You couldn't take it because it would be too powerful. I think for anyone, not just for us, but when something living like that, then the smell don't bother them. It's like they immune to it. You right, Scott, in the book of Enoch, and we studied all this. It talked about they didn't just defile women, but they defiled the animals, trees, fish, birds, all type of things. They made it with everything. Don't forget to hit that like button for the ones that didn't do it. If you're not a member, go join now. You know what, Carlito? I do. I do think that the Egyptians had help in building the pyramids because some of those rock weigh 3, 4, and 5 tons. Ain't no man lifting that. But you got to think, if you ever look at the hieroglyphics, and if you look at the kings, and then you look at the servants, the kings are always tall in stature. They just large. Like they was way bigger than the servants. So that's what I think. I think that they were big in stature. I think that aliens helped them because if you look at the statues of Ramsey, it's like laser precision. It's like laser precision. You ain't do that with no chisel. That's just like when you want to talk about what is it? Stonehenge. Now I got an eyewitness that live over there, not that far from Stonehenge. Now how you explain them? Those large, those large, what is they? Granite rock, and it's not none native or indigenous to the island. You had to travel thousands of miles to get those kind of rocks. Something had to put it there. And there's so many theories behind that. Some people think it was moved by giants. Some people think that Merlin levitated them there. It was so much stuff that been told over the time.
I learned to cut hair.
Yes. Antonio, how you doing, my friend? Got something for you, Antonio. Welcome, Antonio. I did. I did. She's showing a minute. It should show in a minute on the next comment. There you go. See if he noticed. Ask him if he noticed. Yeah, but these I don't know if the double rose was hereditary or it just came out in some creatures. Hit that like button, y'all. No, the Kandahar giant wasn't fake. They just tried to cover it up as that. That was a real being. Look by your name, Antonio. Just look by your name. Look by your name, Antonio, and tell me what you see. Just look and tell me what you see. Yeah, but the government gonna always cover stuff up. The government always gonna leave us in the loop. Thank you, my friend. It's a pleasure. No, Doris, never heard of that one. But do y'all think that Dugman and Bigfoot have something to do with these Nephilim or these fallen angels? Do y'all think that? Don't forget to hit that like. I'm so glad and honored for the ones that showed up on here tonight. I really am. Yeah, it was wars in heaven, but you got to think though, why the devil was so did what he did because he was too proud. He was arrogant. You know, he wouldn't bow down to Adam, and he tells God, Why should I bow down to a mere mortal that you created from dirt, mud, and you created me of fire? So he was too proud to do that.
She got lips on with her. Me and her mama. I like that man's. Her husband got more hands than her. You ain't know that stuff was up there like that? Come on, stuff. How the fuck they do that? Who looked it up?
Let me,
That shit fucked up.
no, I probably had to pay for it.
Being in the front.
Yeah, but we're gonna keep doing what we do, y'all. We're gonna keep it going. We're not gonna stop. We're gonna continue to do our lives. We're gonna continue to bring y'all eyewitnesses. We're gonna continue to do all that. We're gonna continue to do that. Southern guy, keep your eyes open, my friend. Yeah, but I want to learn some more about this um the the Jersey Devil and the Lizard Man because we haven't heard too much about them. You see it, Southern guy? You know what, Mr. Carlito? No problem, my friend. You know what, Carlito? That's a good question, but I don't think that it's one main country where they originated from. I just think that when these when these fallen angels came down and made it with women all over, so by mating with these women all over, these giants was just spread it out. They would spread it out among us throughout the world. Throughout the world. They was just I think they spread them out everywhere. So, and that's what I think, Mr. Carlito. I think that you know, when they made it with these women was all over the world. Anybody got any questions that they want to ask about anything? Yeah, Antonio, they could have been around for a long period of time. You're absolutely right. Anybody got any questions that they want to ask?
crowd surfed them and dived them. Before the Oscars, Andra has the Santa Barbara International Film
You're
Festival
right.
performing.
Kiss my ass.
She's
They do.
presenting the Virtuosos Award this Saturday.
All
That
races
commitment
have
to really have
stories of
love for
giants
Black
in
women,
these
yes,
cryptids.
really speaking your name. At one point, I had in my house flowers from Beyonce, Viola Davis, Naomi Campbell,
What you
Tracy
talking
Ellis
about,
Ross. That's
Doris?
who we are. That's our identity, and how much more opportunities open up when we support each other. It's been such an honor. I just adore that lady. I really do. Now, another singer rising up and meeting life's challenges. Miss Amy Grant.
I know,
Amy on battling back after a near deadly heart defect. I've never said that. Then
but
Michael Strahan shows off a
that's
glimpse
what
of what he looks like without his
that's
cancer
what I
jab.
think. Anybody got any questions?
Plus, Dietrich on his forgotten
Now,
son.
Scott, when you talk about the inner earth realm, it's a guy that did an interview with a reptilian, and she come from the reptilian race, and she goes into great depths and details about living in the inner earth, telling it's three ways that you can get to their world or get to where they live at. She said that they have the same female anatomies, but they do have scales. They they said that they could stay in their original form, but we would see them as humans, just like the ancient Sumerians. Their culture was good. They talked about a lot of stuff. The Anunnaki.
Tomorrow on ET, a big night of new TV from an SVU star's comeback to Ray Romano's Beyonce shout out that may
They
still
call
make you cry.
Cyclops Southern guy.
It's Talking Windows. Hey, Aaron, did you know Window Nation's installed over 1 million windows? Hey, did Mom get you that? This was a gift. Knew she liked you better. Now take 50% off all windows. Window Nation, the perfect fix. Express home buyers, we buy your house in 7 days. We've all heard the phrase cash is king.
You know,
Ever been
that's what I
stressed
think.
during these uncertain times? Imagine the
So
freedom and
when
feeling
it
of
come
owning
to
a house with a pile of
when
cash
it
in
come
your
to
bank account. If
certain
you need
things like
advice for any
just like
budget,
with these
stocks and
creatures,
mortgages
you
approach,
know,
mortgage repairs you can't afford,
everybody not gonna
call
see
us
them.
today at 1-800 sell to us.
Everybody not
Save
gonna
on your
walk out
cash
their
and
front
be the
door
king or queen
and
of
walk
your
down to the
future.
park
It's Talking Windows
and
with Chris
say,
and Aaron.
"Oh, this the day I'm gonna run into a Doug, man." No, it don't work like that. Everybody are not gonna see these creatures. Majority of the people. When people always say they want to see this, oh, I want to see one. I'm telling you, I want to see one. You don't really want to see one of them. You really don't.
That is a clip from tonight's season finale of American Housewives on ABC. Starting
You
off with
really
me, your
don't.
guest co-host today, Deidre Gator. Hey, everybody. Now, listen, you have been
Hey,
running this
Rick
city
does.
so-so all season. So, do we finally find out if you win the election tonight? Tonight, we find out. Yes. There's a surprise at the end of tonight's episode, correct?
I heard. You know what? You heard. You know what, Rick? I think it's on my channel. I mean, it's on my page,
Y'all get that?
and I think
Deidre, we go back
they
nearly
talking
30
about
years
certain stuff
here at ET.
that wasn't
Back in the
talked
day,
about
you gave us a tour
when it
of the
came to the
graveyard shift
LBL.
in LA when you were a graveyard shift parking lot security guard. Take a look at this.
That's what I think they talking about. I had started listening to it, but I didn't finish it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna definitely go back and I'm gonna definitely finish it because I want to hear the rest of that. I want to hear the rest of that story because I know the guy was saying that he was I think he's saying he was 15.
People may not know this, but you are actually one of
I
Hollywood's
think he was
busiest
saying he
voice
was
actors,
15 at
right?
the time. So I'm gonna definitely go back and I'm gonna definitely listen to it. That's something I'm gonna do.
It is always so much fun talking to you. I kind of want you here every single day. Me too. No offense, Kevin. But coming up, we're actually chatting with a very funny lady that you've worked with before. Melissa McCarthy.
You know, so that's what I'm getting for that. You know, yeah, the Sumerians and the Anunnaki, they was giants too. So we got to look at that too. Like the ancient Sumerian texts. But you got to think, I think it was the Sumerians. And they had carvings of dinosaurs. Let me ask y'all this, and I want y'all to make a comment. I want y'all to make a comment. Do you think the Anunnaki and the giants are the same? Everybody make a comment on that question. Do you think Anunnaki and giants are the same? Write something down in the comment.
It is dirtier than it looks. Try new Tide Hygienic Clean. Advanced non-small cell lung cancer can change everything.
Do you think they are the same?
Two immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance.
Hey everybody.
Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell.
Do y'all think the same? They are the same. Anunnaki and giants. Do you think or feel they are the same?
Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more starry nights, more sparkly days, more big notes, more small treasures, more family dinners, more private desserts. Opdivo and Yervoy
Okay, Rick says that he think that they are different beings.
see your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest,
Now, Kiss My Axe says they think that the giants
stomach pain, nausea, or vomiting, dizziness,
may be,
problems, extreme tiredness,
they might be the offspring of Anunnaki.
memory problems,
Truth Seeker said no.
flushing, or fever. These are not all the possible side effects.
Southern guy said he don't really know, but maybe. Trucker, no. Noog, no. Barbara, not sure. Bizzle, not the same, but he think they related.
Ask your doctor about chemo-free Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to
Now, Antonio think he say no. He think giants were here before Anunnaki.
Mania sale. Get a 2022 sound with
Yeah, they was big, Bizzle.
plaque is running out. Come see us today or visit BobBellHyundai.com.
Now, Rick said he think they're two different beings, but who's to say? The giants are subspecies. Mr. Carlito said that he think Anunnaki and giants are related, but not the same.
Getting in an accident is just the beginning. You need a lawyer? You have a lawyer. Call us, Science and Kirk. They can get started on your case right away. Call, email, or text right from their website. YouHaveALawyer.com.
And hey, they said that's some good feedback.
Or visit YouHaveALawyer.com. If you have a
That's some good feedback.
have a lawyer.
You know, because I don't think it's no right or wrong answers. Because everybody is entitled to their own answer of what they think it is.
Throughout the COVID pandemic, safety has been our number one priority at Adventure Dental Vision and Orthodontics. That's because vision issues and unchecked dental conditions can lead to much bigger problems later on. Don't delay these important visits for
You know, that's what I think.
today. Anne Arundel County, join the madness during the final days of Bob Bell Hyundai's March Mania sale.
Now, Scott said he think Anunnaki are the reptoids and giants are from the reptoid brothers.
Visit BobBellHyundai.com.
You right, Antonio. They were like locusts in the eyes of giants.
Mockumentary Cook Off. What was it like working with Melissa? Because that was filmed all the way back in 2007. 2007, forever ago. She's the best. She's the best. Nice person. It was a fun shoot. We love her so much. And Melissa's now joining forces with Octavia Spencer in their new Netflix movie, Thunder Force. But it seems Melissa may have missed her calling as a Hollywood stuntwoman.
You know, but like I said, I'm up in the air on that. I don't really know if they are the same, but they could be descendants.
In the air because she and Octavia are superheroes in Netflix Thunder Force out April 9th. I always dreamt of being a superhero, and then it's opposite the most versatile actress in the world. This pair's friendship goes back 20
Yeah,
years. You two go so far back, and so the price is right.
I had some.
I had to say when I brushed up inside them, I need to cut my fingers. I give it a new one.
You brought a puppy to the audition.
Yeah, but I think they might have like some correlation, together. You say the Norse legends of the ice giants. This is this. Okay, now I want to say something on that. Do you think that such a creature could exist?
For Phil, because he missed Melissa's.
Now you talking the ice giant.
I'm with you on that.
You talking to something that's made out of nothing but
Let's
ice.
head to Music City now. Check in with our Rachel Smith.
Is it possible,
It's all about the Sammy Band exclusive.
or we just going too far out in the realm? You right, Noogie. Back then it did. Things got bigger. Things got bigger. The animals, everything got bigger.
I went to the doctor with my husband, who was getting short of breath, going up the stairs. And
So you were going to the hospital for vent.
just moral support. And then the cardiologist turned to me and said, "Well, I should get you checked out." And I was like, "You talking to me?" And yeah, so he ran a lot of tests.
Okay, another question, y'all. Let me ask y'all this, and I want everybody to leave a comment. No right or wrong answer. Do y'all think that the Anunnaki built the pyramids? Write down what y'all think. Do y'all think the Anunnaki built the pyramids? Let me see what y'all got to say about that one.
The Mama Four just celebrated 21 years of marriage with country singer Vince Gill. Between the two of them, they have 28 Grammys. So Vince just took home his 22nd Grammy.
Now, Rick said that he think the Anunnaki built them. Okay, we got one. Truth Seeker say no. Truth Seeker, who do you think built it, if not the Anunnaki?
But it's the thing that, what's a love wrote? The faith has always been easy to me. For years, I've asked Vince, does anything just make
Antonio said it's possible they had a hand in it.
and last night,
Southern guy said maybe them or aliens.
when I prayed, my
Claire said Atlantis flood survivors. Noogie said no. We Africans did. Okay, Noog, want to ask a quick question.
Anniversary. Can you believe it?
Now we know some of them rocks weigh 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 tons.
We were with you on the day that you shot your album cover.
How did they move them?
I can't
And how many of them would it take to move a stone
What do you remember about that
that
day?
weighs
How are you feeling? Beautiful.
10 tons?
At the time, Amy's first crossover album was a big deal.
Noogie.
Queen of Christian pop, who had previously only released faith-based records.
I've met a lot of people that say I was only allowed to listen to you growing up. Katy Perry said that to me, and I said, I'm so sorry because there was so much happening at the time.
The album's hit single, Baby Baby, lit to #1, and it was inspired by Amy's experience as a mom.
Well, I'm sitting there looking at two kids running around in diapers, and all they want to do is
Okay.
and no kidding, I was just like,
Cause they I just want to know that Nude.
why do you mean I want a party going on? That really was what it was, and I was just like, I want to be.
Okay, so you agree that they had help though, right, Nude?
Wet Sweet Moments got help
Maybe
from
alien
Rachel.
technology.
By the way, one of her babies is Amy and Vince's 20-year-old daughter, Karina, who just released her first song ever. What a talented family. Kevin, he picked out you guys.
Egyptian.
Thanks so much, Rachel. All right, coming up, Michael
Yeah, they do got hieroglyphics on their walls, but they only drew what they saw.
next. At Stanley Steamer, we love homes. It's why we started cleaning them over 70 years ago and why we still continue today. Whatever home means to you, we're ready when you are to make sure your space is clean and that you and the ones you care about most are safe. I'm Daryl Smith, former Major League ball player. Have you been injured? Call 410 the firm. Scott and Michael will get you the results you deserve. We specialize
You know,
in malpractice,
so
catastrophic car and truck accidents. Call 410 the firm and maximize your results. So you have the resources to get your case resolved quickly.
you talk about the guy that lift up a obelisk. If you talk about that, I seen how he did that.
It's time to breathe easier with a professional air duct deep cleaning from Stanley Steel.
Okay, let me ask y'all another question. What do y'all think about Gilgamesh?
And healthier home.
For the ones who know, what do y'all think about Gilgamesh?
Travel consideration provided by
We're for those who love to discover, who know an open mind is the only kind, who don't need to travel to find something new.
Yeah, but that obelisk weighed like 30 tons.
At TJ Maxx and Marshalls.
in the moment. It was 50 years in the making. So Michael Strahan has
And you know, Gilgamesh is the one that picked up a lion like he was picking up a cat.
confusing thing. Michael's always been so proud of that gap. He even explained it to us. You see, the
So what y'all think about Gilgamesh?
was bigger because I was missing teeth, and when they grew back, they grew that. Yeah.
Gilgamesh is Nimrod.
So here's the big question: is it a prank?
Kiss My Ex said they think he was an alien.
Because I love his gap.
I love it too. What's going on?
Yeah, Mr. Carlito, we sure did.
We want the gap. DJ, thanks for being here.
What do you think a tall tale, Nude?
The season finale of American Housewives tonight on ABC. We want the gap back.
Thank you, everybody. First thing I learned when moving here was that this is a city of neighborhoods. Everybody's very proud of where they live and how long they've been here. We work hard to be sure that we portray fairness in our stories. Our reporters go the extra mile to make sure that a story
Okay, now
is told
you got to think. What about Goliath?
what you need to hear. I can't help but say that I think the best is yet to
Now he had 4 brothers that was much taller than himself. And you know Goliath was what, 9 feet? So just imagine how tall his brothers was.
cold brew with the perfect top of sweet cold foam. Try medium chocolate stout cold brew with sweet cold foam or classic cold brew with sweet cold foam for $3. Exclusive for DD Perks members only. America runs.
You right, Carlito. It's a lot of theories on how the pyramids was built, but don't nobody really knows.
A Volkswagen Tiguan. Because the Tiguan has a lower maintenance cost.
We can all sit here and say, okay, it was built this way. No, it was built that way. No, they did it. No, they did it. No, they did it. We can all sit here and say that, but none of us really know how they was built. And that's facts.
Style fitter, bath fitter, U-fitter, bath fitter. We install beautiful tubs that fit perfectly over your old one with no mess.
Who
Get the bath you want in a day with quality that lasts a lifetime. It just fits. Bath
what
fitter.
body you talking about, Nuke? Who body?
People are always finding ways to save money.
I learned to cut hair.
No, none of us was there when they was built.
Saving easy and
So
never
we don't
forward.
technically we really don't
With
know.
the internet and ad mobile, you can save up to $300 a year on wireless. Two great products, one great value. Saving made easy. Can your internet do that? The
Technically we really don't know who built them. You know, we can assume and throw stuff out there all we want, but we really don't know who built them. And we can just keep guessing all we want, cause that's what we'll be doing. We'll be taking a guess at them, a crack at it. Oh well, this time I'm gonna say such and such built it. No, I'm gonna say they built it. We really don't know. But whose body, Nuke?
Savage crew tried to unearth a win in the team competition. That's not been saying a lot. But Dirty Hands dug deep and now lead
Yeah, Nuke, I agree.
whatever the challenge is. In the individual competition, the 7 remaining contestants got into a fruit fight. Meryl and Arida got picked apart, leaving them to face off in a race against time, forcing YouTube pilot Meryl to be permanently grounded from the individual competition.
I'm gonna find out and see
Tonight, will
if
Dirty Hands win the overall team competition and head out of
if
town
she
with a
does
cash bonus prize of
want
$60,000?
it.
Or will Savage Crew crush those plans and force them into a tiebreaker? And with the individual competition down to just 6, it loses a lot. It's
Let me ask y'all another question. Do y'all think it's difficult for giants to be killed? If so, let me know in the comment. Let me know why you think that it's difficult to kill a giant.
quiet on the last one. That will not be the case today. This competition for sure wears on you mentally. I've been through a lot of hard things, and I doubt myself a lot. It comes from
Let me know if y'all think it's
being bullied.
difficult.
I was a quiet, kind of nerdy kid. I wore glasses with chums. I had a headgear that I had to put on as soon as the end of school bell rang. And I remember every single day walking out of my chorus class, I would get stopped by a group of kids, and I was bullied every day. That 7th grader still lives in me.
So
I still have confidence issues from it. Luckily, my teammates are amazing people who have also been through hard things, who understand what it means to doubt yourself at times.
We've been through everything we needed to go through for this moment. We're gonna collectively put everything we've been through to win this today.
and another thing, I want y'all to ask, do y'all think it's difficult for giants to be killed? And do y'all remember the stories of the giants of old?
This win is just so important. We just have to think about that grand prize. It's 4-3 right now. If we win today, we seal the deal. We get that $60,000 bonus. We're ready to just leave it all out.
You know, how they were cannibals and they were eating people.
Please, freight train, they're waiting for us. I hope we're not going to that auto truck repair.
Oh my god, I wish Richard was.
Claire, got something for you.
The one man that does know about cars is not here with us right now, and that's freight train.
A big day. Dirty Hands 1 win away from a $60,000 cash bonus for winning the team
So
competition.
do you think giant it was difficult? Do you think it's difficult to kill a giant? If so, why?
You are at the largest car recycling facility in the United States. This is where old cars come to die. They're picked for their reusable parts, drained of any hazardous materials, there are two cars here that have a few parts missing. All the parts you need to get these two cars up and running, you'll find in
Yeah, they
this
were a
safe
war
tool
at a
shelf.
war like race of
When that
people.
work whistle blows, you're gonna go into the mechanic shed,
So do
grab
you
your two
think
tools, and then look out for the work
it's
whistle right here.
difficult to kill a
This is your
giant?
order
I'm
truck.
waiting for somebody to tell me
This will get
something
the job done.
on that one.
Front bumper, headlights, hood, front doors, sliding door, tail lights,
Kiss My
backup
ex said
camera,
she think that
nose,
maybe they
seats.
think maybe the skin might be
Finally,
thicker.
you need to hook up the battery because you gotta get your cars going and smash through that wall. I've been to the junkyard a couple of times in my day. I do feel strong about my knowledge of cars. And going in, we want to get the win, tie this thing up.
And then you gotta
Get
think
this car up and
the
running.
Native American tribes spoke of
$2,000
these redhead giants
on Savage Crew.
living in these
But there
caves.
will be a tiebreaker in the final team challenge. Dirty Hands, unfortunately, Freight Train is still in quarantine, having left our COVID bubble to get medical attention. Savage Crew, you know you have to
Yeah,
get
Claire,
somebody
they
here
went
to
through a
cover for
lot.
me. It's gonna be me. Meryl, you come and join me. Dirty Hands, you'll be on the mauve car over here, and that means Savage Crew, you'll be working with this gold car.
It's a car challenge, and none of us have experience with cars, but we all have two hands, we all have two feet,
Yeah,
we all have
Antonio, they
brains.
said they
So
shot
let's
this
get this
giant
party going. Let's get it
multiple
done.
times.
Crew
But
roster
they
is
said for it to be so large, heavy, and big that it moved quicker than an ordinary man.
on the work whistle.
Girl, before I got you 2 minutes away.
It moved real fast.
For this challenge, they're going to be building
Do anybody know anything as far as Lovelock Cave,
it running so you can actually drive it.
where they found the redhead giants at? Do anybody know anything about Lovelock Cave?
Worthy is in the sea of cars.
If you can't find it, go to something else.
Come on, Savage Crew!
You know what, Rick? I think Bigfoot is
Don't stop with the pressure!
a kind of giant
Hard for Meryl, she's got a suit.
because they get big too.
Driver's license letter?
That's not just ordinary height.
What do you got? You got the tires? Angel with 2 tires. And Knuckles with the 3rd. Here's Sully, who's got one for Savage Crew. Wow. Yes, Sully, you got this.
No for the sockets again.
Narada and Zeus are working on getting their tools ready.
So, do anybody know anything about Lovelock Cave?
With a sliding door.
If so, tell me what y'all know about it.
Sliding door is the most difficult part to take off and put on.
That hinge has to go down.
Dirty Hands working on the front seats.
I think it's in Nevada.
My attitude in the landscaping challenge was garbage. I got quiet, I didn't say anything to my teammates.
Sully, I need your help.
Just taking up the last bolt.
Okay. Okay, what do you need me to do?
Hold this up. We need to get back to where we're all working together, and that's what we have to do today to get the win.
That's it. Scott, now moving with Sully, has the sliding door.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Alright. I got a driver, see you guys, I'll be back.
Nobody
Has a seat in his hands, throws it over his shoulder,
about Lovelock Cave?
making it look easy.
Take it, take it, take it. Take it back and start putting it in.
Here comes Swifty with the backseat for his team. So far, Savage Crew
Okay, got another one for y'all.
and installed 1. Dirty Hands, meanwhile, have found 10 parts.
Do y'all think
2 of them. Not just a matter of getting
do y'all think it's possible that fallen angels also had sex with animals and created Bigfoot and Dugman? Do y'all think it's possible that these fallen angels also had sex with animals and created Bigfoot and Dugman? Let me know what y'all think on that.
Because nobody knows what to do.
I need a thing. I need a tool.
Oh, relax, bro, relax, Angel. Lord. Everybody's freaking out. Everyone's like, yo, what do I do? What do I do? Where's the instructions?
We need to bring the instructions, guys.
I do believe that they blocked off the cave and and set it on fire. with the giants inside.
Sally trying to get a headlamp out. I got the back seat up and ready.
Scott, I got the lights out. You want me to carry the backseat?
Take it, take it.
It doesn't matter what challenge it is, I'm always finding a way
We
to get it
okay,
done. So
but
I stuck
could it be possible, player,
and then I pick up the
that these fallen angels had sex with some type of dog creature or wolf type creature and created these dog men?
and I got them down there safely. Some extra cushion.
She was carrying the headlamps and the seat at one time. 30 minutes yet to get that.
Yeah, they hard to kill too.
I was working on the sliding door. I basically took all the screws off. The top two were the last ones.
They don't seem to be communicating like they were during the landscaping challenge.
Hey, what side sliding door was it? Was it even that left side?
I don't know.
So at that point, I go back to the vent,
Okay.
make sure everything's in the right orientation.
Now, Zeus running back with nothing in his hands.
And that's when I
Now
realize it's not even the correct
we're
side.
gonna change it a little bit.
Come on, you can't be serious.
Everybody on here that know Melba Ketchum and know the work that she did, far as getting DNA to prove that Bigfoot and to prove that Dugmen were part
They're great
human.
and
Now the DNA she got from Dugman, and I think this happened up in Ohio or Kentucky, somewhere like that. Someone hit one, and they got blood and hair samples from off the front bumping the fenders. And they did the mitochondrial DNA, and that sequence part came back as human. Now, mind you, the other half, they don't know what it is. Now, that's crazy. They don't know what it is. The other part, they don't know what it is. And that's why I sit here and say that. I'm like, what? They don't know what it is. No, they don't know what it is. That part is crazy. They don't know what it is. But her work caused her, for them to mess her rep. She found out proof that these things existed. She found out proof that they existed. And when she brought her findings forth, and people said, what you found, a new species? And when she told them, they told her, oh, we don't want nothing to do with this. That's because science would have to change evolution around because it would be wrong. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Let's get it.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. To the people who reach into a carton of warm, crispy, golden, perfectly salted.
But that's what we got to think, though. And Melba did a lot. It took them years to get good video and to get a lot of DNA from these creatures. You know, so that's what we got. That's what we gotta look at, because whatever evidence we get, whatever evidence we get, the government gonna do everything in their power to stop us. Period. To not let it get out there. That's what they're gonna do. Let me ask y'all this. Why do y'all think Melba Ketchum was discredited? Why do you think that she was discredited, Claire? Joey, Mr. Carlito, Antonio, Southern Guy, Bizzle, Kiss My Axe. Why do you think? Why do you think Melba Ketchum was discredited? Why do y'all think she was discredited? Bizzle, you absolutely right. She did. Antonio, you right. Claire, you right. Kiss, you right. You know, we back. Yeah, Bizzle, she got results. She got results, real results. She got results, real results, true results. No, Joy, I haven't. I'll check it out though. Better late than never, fam. You know, so okay. Joy says, okay, Joy, I got it. Now I seen another movie that Anubis was in, and it's called Gods of Egypt. Let me ask y'all this, and I want y'all to comment, please. Do y'all think that Anubis was a Doug man? Do y'all think Anubis was a Doug man creature? In y'all own words, write something down in the comment. Do y'all think Anubis was a Doug man? Kiss said yes.
Wow, I am so impressed. Crew boss Scott, can you just walk us through
Billy
what
Cub said
I'm taking a look at
100% yes.
man's car, and it does look a little bit
Dude sure did look like one.
the other day. We knew we could do better than that. We were talking, we were communicating, and that's how we're supposed to be as a team.
I want my kids to take away from this
Joy, I
whole
kind of think
experience
so.
through this whole competition. You can have ups and downs.
Carlito, I
You can
think
explode.
he was a
You can
Doug
have
man.
blessed moments. You hold on to things from your past. It's hard to let
Dude,
go
the Doberman
of
type.
things that
Yep,
you've gone through before, but you can learn. You can come
yep.
out a better person. You can
Scott.
learn every single day, every single challenge, how to be better.
Today, super competitive. Savage Crew said they were coming back, had that look in their eye. Gotta hand it to them.
From day one, we've actually had conversations in our van, as long as it's not cars. Oh, but we have freight train, because he works with race
So you were
cars.
missing freight train. Yeah, as soon as I came in here, I was like, freight train was our car guy, and we wish he was
I
here.
think he was
He's
one.
fantastic to our team. I miss him. We all miss him. And one more team challenge left. Hopefully has nothing to do with animals and cars. Only one
When
winner
a person
today.
get outside, you need to go outside and get the stuff from them real quick. Not now. Good. I'm gonna give you the money so you go outside and get different flavors and get put in the bag.
Today's Dodger
You
Bonnet.
can have one if you want.
One more team.
Yeah, but
The next one
I
coming
think
up
he
on
was
the
Anubis. I mean, I think he was Doug man too.
bonus, $72,000. It's gonna go to the winner of the final team challenge.
If I had to say, Rick said yes.
Competition coming up. You guys got your hands dirty today? You're gonna get even dirtier tomorrow.
How's your sugar, Sarah? Yeah, all right. It's a little low. Oh, yeah, it's a little low.
Sometimes when we compete,
Zolo
blood
eats
sugar is like extremely low. And it's
Queenly.
nice to see someone with type 1 diabetes in a competition like this pushing through and helping us win these challenges.
Type 1 doesn't mean you can't
Now,
eat
Kiss
sugar.
My Axe want to know, was Anubis an evil god
Work
or a
together.
good one?
I hope to do it.
Anybody want to elaborate on that?
Isn't every type 1. It's a hard thing to deal with on a daily basis. It's never going to go away. I'm at 60.
What's that mean?
Slow. I call the doctor when it's 70. So I have to call the doctor when it's 70.
Okay,
Yeah, girl, you be calling every day to be on speed dial. Being a
okay,
type 1
thanks.
doesn't mean
I was hoping I did.
you don't, your organs are going to start to fail. You'll lose limbs. It's something that you have to worry about all the time.
Antonio said he
Like when
think that
something
Anubis is the father of all the Doug
I'll
men.
take 10. Ask babes. Wake up in the middle of the night.
Another question, y'all, and please write it y'all answers down in the comment. Why do
Some people can be
Doug men be spotted in cemeteries? What do you think it's about Doug men and cemeteries? Why do y'all think? What is up with Doug men and cemeteries? Write your answer down in the comments, please.
Good evening, Phil. Guys, make yourself comfortable in the back of the truck. You guys look good in coveralls.
And y'all know Anubis was the god of the dead. But why do you think Doug men be in these cemeteries or around cemeteries? What's up with them? Write y'all answer in the comment, please.
I'm the toughest nigga off chapter. I don't see it any other way. A lot of love for my teammates, but I know that they're gonna try to knock me out. We competing for the prize, and I'm not gonna just give it to anybody. Your job today is to collect 15 quarts of oil.
And it's a correlation there with all that.
5 and 8 quarts of oil. The key is picking a car that hasn't
Kiss My Axe said maybe they can see the dead or guard them.
You'll collect the oil on your drip pan. You're gonna slide
Dude said he think
from underneath the car,
that they
and then
guards
you
them.
gotta precariously balance this
Claire
with the oil
protecting sacred land.
back here to fill up 15 quarts. Just to be clear, this is not the most efficient way to get oil from a car. Being tough is about
Rick said he think they feed on the energy.
done even if you don't have the right tools. Why are you wearing coveralls, do you think, this morning, Sarah?
Southern guy, maybe they're guarding them.
You got that right.
I think we're going to be messy. I feel like the blueberry boardwalk.
But as y'all know, they have been seen digging up graves too.
Because as you
Was
know,
one on video.
after we collect the 15 quarts of oil, we'll be going into overtime. If you finish last in the overtime, you'll be punching out.
When I was a kid, my dad always wanted me to learn how to change oil.
Antonio said food
Basically, I
bones,
was like,
say Doug's buried bones and stuff like that. So
play video games.
they might be just doing stuff off of impulse, he say. Claire said maybe underground stairgates. Barbara say guardian of the dead. Mr. Carlito said he think Doug man love cemeteries because of their eerie vibe. Do you say paying respects to their homies? Everyone, please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Please do that. Like, comment, and share. Everybody.
You're clearly someone who takes care of yourself, so why wait to screen for colon cancer? Because when caught in early stages, it's more treatable. I'm Cologuard. I'm
And subscribe, y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
cancers, even in early stages. It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your prescriber or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you. Sounds like a plan. Ever since Daryl's family started using gay flings, their laundry smells more amazing than ever. Hey, me too.
You know, so
There's more gay scent plus oxy boost and Febreze odor.
Scott Baker said Doug man may scratch back on the tombstone.
Seriously good scent. Love the scent of gay flings? Can you?
Okay, y'all. I wanna make sure I got enough room on here so I can upload this. It's a good show tonight. I'm so happy. I'm so glad. I'm so blessed for everybody that showed up tonight. Claire, Barbara, Mr. Carlito, Antonio, Southern Guy, dude from Texas, Kiss My Axe, Bizzle, Nick, Nikki, Jay, and thank all of the new moderators. Thank y'all so much because y'all showed up and y'all showed out right when we really needed y'all. You know, because the other moderators was busy at the time. They was still working. So thank y'all so much for stepping up. And as always, we love y'all. We truly miss y'all. And we will always continue to bring y'all great content. And what we getting ready to start doing, we're gonna start doing like cryptic games. So we're gonna start making up cryptic games. So we're gonna just take a show and it's gonna be based on all different cryptids. And we're gonna play a game like that. We're gonna make it fun, you know, so we're gonna switch it up a little bit. So we're gonna start doing cryptic games on the Doug Pack page live, and we're gonna just see how sharp, you know, people answers will be. You know, we might ask questions and go back on a certain live stream. So just try to remember certain stuff because you don't know what the question gonna be about. You know it's gonna be on a cryptid, but you don't know what it's gonna be. So just put down the best answer that you know. And like I said, Thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining us. And as always, man, I love each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all again for all the new moderators, and I will see each and every one of y'all on the next live. And as y'all know, we do go live on Wednesday. Another thing, don't forget, post on the page. We go live on Wednesdays. For the new moderators, we go live on Wednesdays. So don't forget, it will be a post out a day or two before, and a day that we go live earlier that day, to let the new moderators know that we do go live on them certain days. That's for all of the new moderators. And don't forget to subscribe. Wednesdays and Saturdays to the new moderators is when we go live. Please don't forget. And we usually go at 8 o'clock. It's at 8. But like I said, it will be posted. So you will know ahead of time. 8 o'clock, y'all, is the time that we go live for the new moderators. And like I said, I want to thank each and every one of y'all who stepped up and stood in for the other moderators that was not here, who was still working. And I am so grateful and thank y'all. And I'll see each and every one of y'all on the next live. Good night, y'all.